Access granted.
We are 6 days out. 6 times 24. Put it on the screen, Brian. I don't know what it is. But that's how many hours I am from the show. And we are going to do some posing at the gym. It's never a day off for me. It's never a day off when you have a goal. Session equals success when driven in the right direction. There's only one way to the top. And it is by going up and up and up. But the thing is, in Vegas, it's going down. The second to last posing session with Carl in Pure Muscle and Fitness. And today I have an off day, but he reduced my food on like 3,000 calories. It's not a lot. Felt pretty tired this morning. But I think we should do open round and then one round.
Yep, definitely you can tell when you pose, it doesn't pop as much.
Yeah.
Even though yesterday it's like your first round right out of the gate, you were like looking popping. So there's a slight difference, but it is what it is. So right now, I mean, we're just training for still going through muscle memories.
Yeah.
So which is good that everything like it's on point where you put your arm up, it's right there. You take a step forward, the legs is where it's supposed to be. So the shape, everything, it's still there. Go right into it. Quarter turns to the right. Quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right. Front double bicep. Last spread. Side chest of your choice. Side try. One leg back extended, back double bicep. Most muscular. It's good. Second round's got you popping a lot more. You're a bit more fuller, warmed up. So it's great. All the muscle memories is definitely kicked in. So it's like the minute your arms goes up, like wherever you placing all your limbs and stuff, it's landing exactly where it should be. So I wouldn't even adjust anything. And it's good that like, you know, you got rid of the habits of like checking yourself. So now it's like, looks even more confident that once everything comes up, you're just right there holding it and letting it be. So, yeah, that's from not looking in the mirror, and then just finally he's feeling all the muscles. We're setting all the limits to how wide elbow goes, arms up, legs out. Now that when he poses, it's just one shot. There's no up and then start adjusting and moving around.
Yeah, exactly. I used to do that where we do a back double and like all the pointers of like rotation, wide. I would try to get more, but then I wouldn't really get more.
Yeah.
I would just look like I'm moving, I'm guessing. So we just go up, hit the shot, and like stay immobile, like a statue.
Every trick's in the book we've done, and he's gonna nail it.
Yeah, we can show them actually the repetition that we do from one muscle memory.
Yep.
To really nail a pose right. If you correct something that's different, if you just do it like, let's say if you do 2 rounds, which is still a lot of posing, right? If you do all the 7 poses plus holding them, but you only hit the poses that you corrected twice. So what we did to help with muscle memory is that we do like a few back doubles in a row, but you don't really quite hit fully or for very long. Then you reset up and do it again. So
So you can notice it comes more and more alive as he's doing the repetitions. And no matter what, if I put a measuring tape at each point, he's gonna go back to the same place. And that's what training muscle memories is all about. Our focus this year is to break down every single pose from top to bottom.
And what we try to do is, if you look at imagine like just the outline of the body, with the open especially, we have to take as much space as possible on stage. To do that, we have to readjust some of the poses to pose bigger. So I used to do more like crunch, but now we do more like try to expand more.
The strategy we always say like, oh yeah, you gotta like, worry about yourself, you gotta focus on yourself, but at the end of the day, you're still competing, not just against yourself, you're competing with everybody who's gonna be on your lineup, which is why it's important that sort of like you study your opponent, just like whether you're in a fight or anything like that, in the battle, you're studying your opponent. So here, we know who he's up against, and we have to maximize his potential, that what him and Dorian built up so he can showcase on stage that what is the max potential that he has to present. If someone was to, check his posing and he just does one pose, it's not that's just it. Yeah, to the judges, you're going to get one chance, but when you're practicing, you want to see everything. Does it move? Does it come alive? Or does something that's like even from a standpoint where, do we need to notify his therapist that something is stuck, it's not moving? So even just doing the transition, as you keep watching it 1 time, 4 times, 5 times, you can see what's coming alive and what's not, what's stuck, which is precisely what Antoine did. He found some troubles, like a certain part of the body where it's stuck, it's just stiff. Then he notified his therapist, and they've broken that, and next day it looks totally different.
So I used to have trouble on the front double to stick the lats, and the mistake I was doing is that I was flexing right away, but by doing that, if you're already flexing, you can't open up as well. So now what I do is the bicep is the last thing I flex. So legs first always, boom, lats, and then arms.
So what Antoine just explained is basically firing sequence, that what needs to initiate first and what needs to initiate last. When you reverse the sequence sometimes, it actually restricts the muscle from moving, and there's no way to bring it back. And on stage, when they say hit the pose, you better hit the pose, and it's a one-way ticket. You're not going to be up there adjusting, because when the judges look up and down at their score sheet, look at you, you miss that moment where they're looking at you, that's it, you're done. There's no going back saying, oh yeah, I did do this, blah, blah, look back at the video. No. This is a live thing.
By the way, Carl is also a judge for the CPA right here, so that's why he knows about the judging, right? I used to do my front double in a classic way, which I love to do. Like that, but then too small. So it looks good by myself, but in the open, I get smoked, right? So now the difference.
Everything's maxed out. The width, thickness, just the overall itself, because as a judge, what happens is that when we first look at the whole lineup, instantly what we look for, you're not going to go dig right into the details. You're going to see the whole lineup first. And the first thing that's going to catch our eyes is the overall shape and the freakiness of the size. So, like he said, if you're posing in a classic way, it looks beautiful, but that's afterward, maybe for your routines and stuff like that. But if you don't spread out and claim that space, everybody's going to overpower you.
Yeah.
So, which is why it's important that you maximize all your space first, show your full shape, get the silhouette right, and then when they see you draw your eyes to them, then they'll start digging into the details, who has what and who doesn't have what.
When I did New York Pro in 2020, I was posing like that, even my front relax was like that, because I like my waist tight, right? When I expand, it's a little bit wider here, so I didn't like it. I got like 7th place. So then I talked to Tyler Mannion, who was like, no, pose big, everything big, right? So I was like, fuck, I don't like it, the look for me, but I changed my posing with what the judges asked. Then the following week, I won the Cali Pro. So I went from 7th to winning in 1 week, just by fixing posing and being a little bit fuller. So Posing is very, very important. And because the thing is, you can train all year, lift all the weights you gotta lift. You can get shredded all you want. You can do all this crazy stuff in the gym. But the thing is, how do you do the bodybuilding sport? How do you perform it? You pose. That's what you do on stage. You don't lift weights on stage, you pose. So it's kind of dumb not to practice and put posing as a priority when you're a competitive bodybuilder. What's up?
And then
We do the chickens all by video, but he's been in the gym every day, so you can assess while I'm in the gym, but now we're gonna do a real round in person.
Posing's really good though, all the adjustments and the quarter turns and even your front relax now is very powerful. Opens up in the lats.
Reaching,
Pulling,
helps.
yeah.
and
Just
we've
how
been
you can set.
practicing like on breathing, even just breathing technique. We've been focusing even just on that in between
Yeah.
when he's not facing the judges. He's actually resetting.
He's like setting
recovering.
up. It's a part of the
Yeah.
setup.
Well, the breathing, it's like he's recovering. So he's taking the time. You can hear him going
Yeah, breathing it in.
because they
pulling
can't
out.
see right when he's like that. So it's like
Yeah.
this is the perfect time to recover. And then once he's ready, then
Holds
and
on.
then blow it.
I used to breathe out more than I breathe in.
Exactly. So that's why he was gassed.
Yeah.
And 15 weeks out, he was like,
And I think the breathing in is going to make you bigger too, right?
Yeah.
Where if you're always blowing out, just day by day, every morning we'll assess, you know. Don't want you to go too crazy flat or very good.
Good posing session. You guys kind of saw like what goes behind all the posing that I've been practicing pretty much 5 times a week on average, for sure 5 times a week with Carl. And the cool thing with that is that we pose between 25 minutes to 40 minutes usually, like depending if we like do tweaking and stuff. But just like if you do 4 rounds in a row, it's like not even like, is it 25 minutes or something? So it's not a lot of time, but constant posing for 25 minutes, it's way harder than like an hour plus of cardio. So yeah, so now I'm gonna eat my meal 3, you know, and call it a day after that. Just relax. This is my off day. Antoine told me that he noticed that my legs were flat. I think it's the cardio I've been doing and just like the low calories and all that stuff. So days off are good. And, you know, that's why we back off at the end of the prep to let the body recover, feed it up, and then rest, put the legs up and, you know, hope for the best. But before that, I want to show you the snack drawer.
Different goldfishes.
Goldfish.
Actually, these are the best goldfish. It's half little, half
really?
cheesy ones. Yeah.
What's
they're-
that?
That's for,
Oh,
that's
the-
for my work Christmas party.
Cheesy bagel.
Cheesy bagel. I have these like from the health section,
Ah,
and then a bunch of granola
these
bars.
are pretty good actually. It's like
You like that.
a rice-based ramen.
Gluten free. Half chocolatey, half peanut butter Oreos.
Smells good.
Yeah.
Whoa, Dunkaroos.
Yeah.
What the hell? Dunkaroos.
Yeah, I've been hiding them.
It's like it's always there. If I want to mess up my whole diet, I'm only one drawer away. Yeah.
I don't think you ever will though.
I used to, like the other preps, I would like buy all kinds of stuff to eat after the show. And I would just go to the grocery store and gather around stuff. But I kind of figured out it was kind of useless. Because it's like you just get excitement about it. And then after the show, you're like, you eat some of the stuff, then you want to buy all this, you change your mind, you want to buy all the stuff, and you're stuck with all these snacks. So this year, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to wait. And I got some cookies that's arriving this weekend. I'm going to keep Crumbs by 6. It's a company from Toronto. This guy has, and this AV cookie, almond vanilla. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video, all right? Until then, make sure you get a good pump. I want to hear about it in the comments.